Have a chia seed. Hi,
Are you
guys.
sure that wasn't a booger you just
No,
put
it's
on me?
chia seeds. I was making salad and I put chia seed and I ended up with a bunch of chia seeds on my fingers and they got wet because my hand was
I don't
wet.
know. When somebody goes like this and then wipes their hand on your pants,
it was chia
you
seeds.
gotta wonder.
I don't have pants to wipe.
That's not my... No, that is my problem.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Sippin and Spillin with Sid and Mike from 3 Mississippi. Hi. Good evening.
Here we are.
Here we are yet again. Yeah, I was making salads for us for dinner and I put chia seeds
and apparently
in our salad.
got a chia seed in their nose.
I didn't get it in my nose. Stop it. How you tell the people lies? No, I came back. I went with Frankie to church to pass out the pantry boxes to people in need. And she was staying for youth group because this Sunday they do kids takeover once a year. I think it's once a year. And
I can't wait to see how this goes.
Yeah, so the kids run the whole service from start to finish. They give the sermon, they run the choir, they do everything. So they're running through their rehearsal for that tonight. I think it's going to be good for them. Like, I'm kind of curious to see like the kids' perspective on stuff. Well, that's probably not appropriate.
Right.
But Frankie, Miss Katie, who runs the youth group and is also in the choir, of course heard that Frankie can sing, and so she's like, oh, she has to do it. And so Frankie, I was like, do you want to do it? She's like, yes. So she's staying there tonight, and then I have to go get her tonight, like a little bit before 8 o'clock.
Wow, so she's gonna be in the choir on Sunday.
She's sitting up there the whole time. Yep. Because she was gonna do,
they're gonna recruit her into the choir.
Well, she was gonna do Accolade, and because Morgan was doing it by herself, but now she's doing this week, so she won't be doing it. So I don't know who's doing it. Who's doing Accolade? So I have no idea. We'll figure it out. Maybe you can put on a robe and go do it. I don't know. Anyway, so
Negative.
Gotta go get her later. But a big topic this week in probably all over the world, but I only know about here, is the Hurricane Ian that's Florida's taking a hit.
Hit hard yesterday. Hard. And we're just now it's going to be days probably to really figure out how bad, but it's bad.
Yeah.
And so hopefully everybody's praying for them.
Yeah.
If you're praying about anything, add Florida in there.
List. Yeah, and anybody who's in the path. I know a lot of you have commented that you're, in areas that maybe aren't right in the path, but you're close enough that you're nervous and you're getting some pretty bad storm stuff hitting you. So, stay safe out there. They tell you to evacuate, like do,
Well, the worst of it's over now.
Yeah, but just
so now we're just trying to figure out how bad it was. Yeah. Who is in need, who hasn't even been found yet.
Right.
Hopefully they're being found. There's going to be a big effort over the next several days just to find all the people that need help and hopefully get them help and figure out how bad the destruction was. It was a bad one.
Yeah, it was
a really bad one.
It was bad. Hopefully, just keep those people in your prayers. Or if you are one of those people, we're thinking of you, and
I don't know what we can do, but if there's something we can do, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like when everybody was out of water in Jackson. When they were having all those water issues, which I guess they're still doing water collections. The church is doing them, the town's doing them, like to send down there. So. And
I heard there's boil water mandates in Florida now.
Yeah.
In some of the areas that were impacted because, when those storm surges come in, like 14, 15 foot storm surges. Any of y'all don't know what that means. That means that the water level is literally 14, 15 feet higher than a normal high tide.
Right.
And I spent a couple of weeks in a place down there on the Gulf Coast of Florida called Boca Grande a long time ago. It was BS in my life. It was before Sid.
Oh yeah.
And actually the owner of the company that I worked for, his father he lived there, had a beautiful home on Boca Grande, and also had a condo there that he rented out occasionally, kind of like an Airbnb or something.
Before Airbnbs were a thing.
Yeah. But anyway, it was available during this time frame and they let me stay there, and so it was an amazing vacation. It was an awesome place, but I was
Would
actually
have been
looking.
more fun if I'd been there, but you know.
Definitely would have been more fun if Frankie would have been there. She would have enjoyed it. You don't
Frankie
even
didn't-
like the beach.
Oh,
You
that's
hate
true.
the
I
beach.
don't like the beach.
The whole island is a little tiny barrier island. It's all beach.
Well, if I could have like a lawn chair and a tropical drink, I would have been okay.
You could have done that.
Oh yeah, I would have been fine.
But I rode golf carts all over the little barrier
Oh, I
island
would've done
and
that.
went to the bait store right there and got bait and then came back over and there was a dock. The condo that I stayed in was on the beach and had its own dock. I caught a big snook off the dock. That was fun. But anyway, that island was literally in the direct path of this. So I was thinking about that, looking at where is Boca Grande? It's been 25 years since I went there. I think close to that anyway, 20 years.
Before I forget, sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
I
wasn't really going anywhere with that other
Okay.
than I got to thinking about what a 14, 15 foot storm surge means. That whole island would have been underwater.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching news clips on Ryan Hall, y'all. I don't know if y'all watch Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube. He's a weather guy. He's a great weather guy. He's entertaining. He's a young guy, good personality. I like to watch him. Anyway, he was live like the whole time, and he had guys down there like storm chasers that were streaming live to him, and he was getting some very scary, real footage of what's going on. Anyway, he doesn't need me to plug him. He has 1 million subscribers or close to it. I'm just saying, if you don't like where you're getting your weather from, you should check him out.
Check him out.
He's entertaining and passionate about what he does. And I know that he's donating a bunch of money to
The people in the
whatever
path.
he can do down there to try to help. So,
That's good.
yeah, just prayers for Florida.
My truck tires need air, and I don't know where you hit the
Most
compressor.
tires need air.
It needs more air,
It needs more air.
Like-
They're low.
considerably. Yes.
They're not considerably low.
They're getting there.
Okay.
They're in the zone where I'm like, I can tell they're very low.
Okay.
And then I got an alert.
So the alert is bugging you.
No, it's not that. I already knew they were low. I've been asking you to.
I actually checked them like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, they went up and down.
I checked them 2 weeks ago when you told me they
Yeah.
were low, and they weren't low.
They were, and then they were better when the humidity, when the barometric pressure changed. But now they're low again. Now they're only at like 27. They're supposed to be like 34 at least.
I don't think they're at 27. But you know what? I'll check them.
Thank you.
I'll check them, and if they need air, I will put air in them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because you hid all that stuff. I don't know where it is.
It's not hidden,
I don't know where it is. It's
but
in your big.
I doubt you could.
You showed me how to do
figure
it
it out.
on the air compressor with the thing, but I don't know where the thing is because I don't know where all your stuff is.
Neither do I.
I was gonna say I don't even
Far.
know if you know where all your stuff is, but did you see that I cleaned out here? Did you notice any of that, by the way?
No, I've been at work all day. I literally just logged out of work and walked
Well,
out
you
here.
can see I cleaned here. When you go around the back, you'll see that I cleaned and organized. I
Okay.
even raked up stuff and moved everything. I was a busy bee today because well, my girlfriend's coming out to visit to look for houses.
Oh, that's why.
She's here. Well, no,
You're motivated to clean because your friend's coming.
I clean every week, but I normally do it like I said on Friday. But I bumped it up because she's probably gonna come in on.
Where'd you put all the boxes that were over here?
It's really not.
I did notice they're gone.
Yeah,
No, but where did they go?
they went around the corner into the garage.
Okay. So sometimes when she cleans,
Mm-hmm.
the area that she wants to not have stuff in it no longer has stuff in it.
That's accurate.
Good luck finding the stuff.
Listen,
She will not put it somewhere sensible.
He's like Linus, okay? It's like a debris, a trail through the house of a path of where Mike has been and stuff has been dropped. That's him. It's just everywhere. And I'm like, just put it away. And he's like, I don't know where away is. I'm like, make a place that's away. If you don't, I'm going to because I need to clean. So I do. And then I clean. And then his stuff gets piled somewhere until he figures out where it's going to be.
Let me tell y'all something. I have a couple of packets of containers that I have my seeds in. I pulled them out of my office and put them on the dining room table the
Why
other day.
can't they live in your office?
Okay, good question. Well, no. I thought you were going to say, why can't they be put away where they belong?
Well, that too. Or I
my
don't
office
know where...
is not where they belong.
Okay, well, I don't
So
know.
I brought some stuff out of my office, put it on the dining room table. The plan was to find a home for it. Hold on.
Let's talk about all the things that were on the table.
Go ahead.
Okay. It wasn't just a couple of seed boxes. It was boxes of pew-pew parts, like boxes of random extension cords, our buddy's bow and arrows. Basically my entire, like, you couldn't eat at the table. And I was like, I can't even wipe the table off. Like, you can't anything. And it's the first thing you see when you walk in the door. And I was like, this is making my feng shui anxiety really not happy.
So none of those things belonged where they were. So I moved them to somewhere else that they didn't belong as a staging area, okay, to find them a home.
But here's the thing, and ladies, you're going to agree with me on this one. Why, because I've talked to many women who've had the same problem with their man. Why is the dining room table the dumping ground? I don't understand.
It's not the dumping ground. A dump implies I'm dumping it there and forgetting about it. It's a staging
area. You've been guilty of that in the past.
It is a staging area.
Admit you've been guilty of it in the past.
Okay, so here.
Because that was like our biggest. That's like our biggest.
Would you tell the people where are those seeds now?
Oh, did you leave them where I put them?
Yeah, where did you put them?
So because I was cleaning the table and he told me don't move that stuff, and I was like, the heck I won't.
But you moved it anyway.
So I moved it anyway, but I put them on the seats because at least then I could clean the table off and nobody can see them.
So she put
I figured that was a good compromise.
She put the bow and arrows in the garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they were filthy.
I came out. They were not filthy.
You're filthy. I don't know. It was just, it's like a mess. It's like a
I came
case.
out and got the gun parts that were in a couple of boxes.
Yeah.
Took those back in and put them on a top shelf in my office in the closet.
Yeah.
And
I see nothing wrong with that.
She put the seeds on the seats for two of the chairs and then pushed the chairs in.
That's not where I want
so
the
that you
seats
can't
to be,
see them.
But I thought you were going to move them.
One time, a long time ago.
But I did not put it there.
Oh, of course you did.
I did not put it there. I remember specifically you put it there.
No.
Yes.
No, this is your MO.
Okay, I'll let you tell the story.
I was missing the meat slicer. The meat slicer. Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it.
I remembered that I had loaned it to our buddy Tony.
Yeah.
So I called him and I was like, hey man, do you still have that meat slicer? He's like, no. Gave that back to you a long time ago. Never found it.
Like weeks are going by and we're like, you know,
I'm like, how do you lose a meat slicer?
We need to slice, like we've got a ham that's going to be ready in a week.
Right.
Like we need to slice this, like blah, blah, blah. I'm cleaning because
No, I'm the one that found it.
No.
Yes, I'm the one that found it.
This story just keeps changing.
I went to the chair at the end of the table that we never sit at, the end chair.
Do you know why?
What?
Because there was stuff all over it of yours.
Yeah, there was stuff on the table. And I was trying, you were finally hounding me to get rid of my stuff that was on the table. And I went over there and I'm pulling stuff and I grabbed that chair and pulled it out. There's the meat slicer.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't put it there.
I didn't put it there because the table was covered. So at that point, why would I even try to hide one item? That was one of my things too when we were moving here. I said, listen, the dining room table is like kind of right in the middle when you first walk in. Like it's off to the side, but it's like one of the first things you see when you walk in. I was like, it cannot be, it is a place to eat. It is a place to like sit down, whatever. It is not a place to like leave debris. I like made him promise me.
I did not make that promise.
Yeah.
Hold on. I guarantee you, I said, good point, I will put in some effort.
Okay, well...
That is very different than I promise.
Well, you should.
I don't make promises.
I know.
For good reason.
Because you suck at them. Oh, good grief. Yeah, so it's a battle. The dining room table is a battle. There's always like...
She's right. I mean, she's right.
It's a battle.
However, it is a very convenient staging area.
It's convenient for you. It's not convenient for the rest of the family that wants to sit down and have dinner, or when Frankie wants to sit there like and have snack after school. Like there's no place for her to go.
Frankie and I sat there and both had our dinner last night. Sat across from each other.
Yeah, because you
at the
shoved
table.
the crap to the other end. I cannot. not with you.
You didn't have dinner with us last night, but there was a spot for you.
I know, but I was busy.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very busy lady last night. I was behind on my editing, and I was having, anyway, yeah, there was a lot going on. But,
I'm kind of hungry right now.
I know. Well, I made
Talk about
salads.
dinner.
I know it. I know. It is what it is. There's something else we were gonna say. We were gonna tell people.
Oh, the bird enclosure.
Oh, you were gonna mention about.
There've been a lot of people commenting. If you watch the video on 3 Mississippi of the rebuild of the bird enclosure, that I should not have used zip ties. Specifically, animals can chew through zip ties and break them. The sun dries zip ties out, makes them fragile, they break. Zip ties. Yeah. So, let me just say, you guys are right. Zip ties definitely are easier and faster, but I am going to go back and probably tomorrow or in the next day or two and add a bunch of tie wire, because there were enough people commenting on that I'm like, okay, if some animal chews through those zip ties and manages to get in because of those zip ties,
the camera turned off. That's why I was looking. Sorry.
I'm gonna look like a complete idiot for ignoring all these people telling me, dude, zip ties. So yeah. So I'm gonna go back and add some tie wire, some baling wire, and we'll show that in some video, so there's proof that I actually
so there's evidence.
That I actually did.
We're gonna show evidence of you taking your stuff off the center.
I mean, in my defense, I went with the zip ties in some of the areas that I was going to do baling wire because I plan on this being temporary, short-term temporary.
Right.
But
he's going to build me a coopy coop.
And I know that sun will dry them out and they will get brittle and they will break. There's no chance that it's going to be there long enough for that to happen. But if by some chance a determined animal chews through those zip ties and manages to then push in through the chain link,
that would not be good.
That would not be good, and that'd be my fault. So, yeah.
It would be your fault.
I'll add some tie wire. I bought a big old roll of tie wire and only used a little bit of it in a couple of areas, so I'll add more.
Yeah. Yep.
But I do think that the chicken coop is now going to be my first build, because I've now spoken with a few people who say, dude, by November it's going to be cold as hell there. You're not going to need a cold room to hang a deer in. So I am going to need a cold room by spring, but I don't think I'm going to need the cold room to hang a deer in.
Because a lot of people were saying when you have a lot of acorns on the tree, it means you're going to have a really intense winter.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
I don't know if that's
a lot of people may not know about how trees work. Sometimes wives' tales come up because people just literally don't have another explanation for how come that acorn has a lot of acorns some years and not a lot of acorns other years. Believe it or not, that's how oak trees work. Hickory trees are the same way. There's a cycle that they go through. It's a plant biology thing having to do with, but it may have coincided with
some cold weather.
When there was some cold weather and created a wives' tale. Not calling anybody wrong. I'm just saying I need to look into that. I need to look into that because I have always known that certain trees.
Have you always known? Were you born with this
knowledge? That's true.
Miguel?
No. Okay. Thanks for calling bullshit on that. I haven't always known. This is why I keep her around. Tell me when I'm full of shit.
Michael, so much cussing. My goodness.
Anyway.
I can't edit it out. So
I know.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, okay. We can talk about the one that you dropped about informing Frankie to get in the shower.
Well, that's different. That wasn't like a full-on cuss word. That was like a baby cuss word.
Okay.
That was like I said ass.
Wow.
Donkey is an ass.
Stop with. Okay, no more cuss words.
Okay, well you started it, Mr. Cussy McCusserson.
I dropped one.
You dropped two.
Okay.
Go pick them up.
Woo!
All right, guys, we're gonna go eat dinner because we're hungry and I have to go get the kid eventually. So there's that.
Yeah.
Thanks
did you just hear my tummy growl?
I did. Yeah. That was my cue. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with us on Sippin Spillin. Don't forget to pop on over to 3 Mississippi and check out videos that you haven't seen.
And keep Florida in your prayers.
And keep Florida in your prayers, definitely. Thank you, guys.